set up and we will get going. Play some qualifier play-in and then do the metagame challenge, depending on how long it goes. I'm just gonna get it set up for YouTube recording and then we'll jump into it. Alrighty. Welcome back, MTG Joe here. Today we are live on YouTube. We are going to do 2 runs. We're going to do the qualifier play-in, hopefully qualify for that, and then get to the Pioneer metagame challenge. I have a run going that we're 2-0, so we're going to continue with that run and see how it goes. So for qualifier weekend, we're playing the best of 1 this one. Basically want to just convert some play-in points into gems for Lauren. I need to practice a lot of limited ahead of the Spotlight series that's coming in February. So going to try to convert some there. Best of 1, pretty much dominated by Izzet and Green-White Company. The deck I'm probably going to try out first is Black-White Midrange, just kind of a meta call. It's somewhat built to hate on these Prowess decks. You have High Noon Main, you have just like Path of Perils, a sweeper, bunch discard, Vanishing Verse has a lot of flexibility in the format right now. Just good mid-range threats. I'm 2-0 in best of 3 with this one as well. If not, the deck that I've been playing on the ladder and was trying to tune is this Azorius Flyers deck. Just kind of a tempo-oriented shell, kind of like Spirits without the Spirit synergy, but just counter creature spells with like Aven Interrupter, Spell Queller, Fading Hope, stuff like that. I'm like 8-2 on the ladder with this since the reset, but I think Black-White Mid will be what we start off with just to kind of get a feel for it. And hopefully it works out. So 20 play points into the tank. Let's do it. Orzhov mid-range. Prowess, it's a very strong deck, but I find that sometimes you just lose from being on the play or on the draw. In the mirrors, it's hard to kind of get an edge, which I don't love if you're anticipating a lot of the same in the format. So we'll give this a go, see how it plays out. Sounds fine. Probably lead with Duress. No, I'm going to lead with Thoughtseize. Just because if there's a creature on one I want to take. Okay, so Oni Cult, Anvil. Going to go away. Probably get rid of Legion Extruder as the next one. So they're just like sacrificing stuff. We do have to be mindful of our life total if they're playing Shrapnel Blasts. Okay, Vanishing Verse is nice. So then Clockwork Percussionist. I think we're gonna just take the blast here. Just because it lets my Preacher go unchecked. Probably be important in this matchup. Is the sound working? Like it should. Sound should be coming through. Let me know. Otherwise, though. Okay, cool. I've done recordings in the past where I record a whole video and then realize I'm missing the sound. So I always do the checks early now. To do this, that takes their whole turn to kill that. Lead with this, or just Preacher, play this next turn, draw a card. Now they could have drawn another Shrapnel Blast, but that'll take pretty much their whole turn. Weapons manufacturing. That's pretty sweet. I think we're just going to take the damage here. Do think we need to take that off the battlefield, though. So whenever a non-token artifact enters. Just pass for the turn here. Try to block. You are not an artifact. Corey Steele is a bit scary. I think this turn we need to take weapons manufacturing off and then deal with the Corey Steele the following turn. Okay, so they didn't have another effect there. So here I get both the card draw and the creature plus a card draw. So I think this is fine. They can get a token for the turn. I don't care too much for one turn, especially if we can get like Shelly going. We have the Verse, we have Elspeth for next turn. So I could even just like fly my team, gain a bunch of life. Wouldn't mind like a Fatal Push. Okay, so they got me with the push there. Pest control is actually pretty solid. They start going wide because they can Mishra's Workshop or Work Desk, whatever it's called. Kill my Enduring. Especially this turn where we're going to clear up. They found the push in a Corey Steele. Couple options here. Like I could Shieldred, but I kind of, so this is until end of turn. Do that, I gain an extra life. Can just do this, kind of gum up the board. They try to kill. Thank you, appreciate it. I appreciate it. Sorry, I'm a little slow on just some of the comments just because it's qualifier, but I appreciate the well wishes. So we'll get rid of a Corey Steele here. Mishra's, they get a token. So I can get rid of Corey Steele, or I could just, I think we're just Elspething this turn. Hitting a land's nice. I'm just going to take the life gain where I can. Had a little bit of time this weekend, so thought I'd stream. Okay, well, they've hit 3 Corey Steels now, or 4? 3 Corey Steels in the top. This list had pathways in it. It's basically like every Orzhov dual land. Play Shelly. Just gain more life. going to take him off Quarry Steel now. Just given that we've seen at least the Fatal Push, so I don't want to give him a Revolt. So here they got to answer my board, they got to answer my Planeswalker. Enduring Innocence is doing kind of its card draw engine shenanigans. They kind of got stuck on 3 lands with a bunch of 4-drops, and then their land is a tap land, which doesn't help. So I can just fly my team. Alrighty. On the board. Let's do record. Sorry, just hiding this in case folks come. Yeah, it's gonna be hard. That's like a nickel dime deck where it's very synergistic. We took out some of their early pieces. Okay, so we at least banked 1,000 gems, which is like, we want to just get free drafts. Playing in Spotlight Series Toronto in a month's time. It's Lauren Sealed. They've got like over 1,000 people already registered, so really excited. So gotta go heavy into limited there, try to figure it out. A little bit painful of a start, but I think it's reasonable. All right, is it on the play? Not great. Okay, High Noon. High Noon is nice. They're playing Ira's Demonstration. Okay, so my decision here is I can High Noon. I can hold up Vanishing Verse. I can Thoughtseize. Because I Thoughtseize take this. And then set up the High Noon, I think is where we're at. That's control's great. Okay, they shock. Gotta kind of bait out some of their burn because I want this to stick. It's just not a great play to do this on 3. I think we still do this just because it takes them off Storm Chaser's talent for next turn. Because then if I hit a land, I can High Noon and then hold up first for their turn. That's annoying. So we got High Noon in place. We get them, they go Synth. So that's their turn. They do hit a land. think we just get rid of that now. Path to Peril's not bad, but I think we're just going to do Wandering Emperor here. Just going to take the life gain here. And I'm just going to take the card draw, I think. Because they have the removal in hand, I'd rather just cash in here. Go for the Throat's nice. So they do this, I kill this. So I can kill this. They hit me next turn. I think that's fine. Kind of force their hand. I guess they don't really have 8 rack on. Funeral Charm going full. I think we're just gonna pass the turn. I'm gonna hold the Ganjo as like a utility. Yeah, Fountain Port. Time to shine. Just in case I draw another land, because I can sack the token to draw a card. I do kind of want to hold this at Ganjo. I got Fatal Push now, so they're gonna sweep my board. Yeah, Fountain Port, we got the Fatal Push, we lock them. This is why I kind of like the idea of this deck. Okay, they're opting to do that. Strange that they didn't just go Iros here. Because like now I get the opportunity to gain some life. Just control their board. So they'll sweep and then I'll draw 2 cards. Okay. Or they'll just let me draw a bunch of cards. We're also cool with that. Gain some life. Second Fountain Port. I mean, they're just letting me get more and more card value. So we'll draw a card here, and then I'll make a token. Okay, we're flooding quite a bit, but... we do have to be mindful if they have a bounce effect, because they can bounce my high noon for the turn. Okay, more Path to Peril. What you got in hand? I might make a treasure token depending what they do, just because then I can have high noon on to deal 5 to them. Um, 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's get Preacher going. More cards! When you're discarding Path to Peril, you know you're in a good spot. All right, 2-0, 2-0. Yeah, once you get the engine going, you kind of lock out these decks. You're pretty soft. Like, I'm worried a bit about the green-white company deck. Just because, like, Ouroboros a little hard to deal with. To be fair, I think they should have Iro's Charmed, like, 2 turns earlier. Them just kind of going with random, like, 1-2 Swiss Spears wasn't going to win the race, especially because it was gaining 2 life every turn. Most of Pioneer is essentially a standard deck with banned cards and better mana. Mana's a bit awkward, but I think we keep. Gonna keep the untap land here. If this is against control, we're screwed. What are we working with? Company. Archon's annoying because they're gonna Thalia next turn. I'm gonna High Noon. They have Aven Interrupter. Collected Company. They have Badger Mole. I think we. I just gotta take Collected Company. I'm just gonna keep all my lands because realistically, this is probably gonna have to be a cleaved Path to Peril. Just try to slow him down a bit. So that's pretty good because they're gonna hold up for Aven Interrupter, so I basically time walk them. I think Thalia's fine. Oh, you're going full mono black 8 pieces. So I gotta use one spell this turn. One spell next turn. Alternatively, I can just make a treasure token and then sweep. Which I don't mind that. I don't think. Guess I can buy 2 points of life this turn. Let's just do that. Okay, so no Aven. We're at 13. Archon's in. Okay, so they go Ouroboros. I Vanishing verse it. Then hopefully find a line to cleave. Okay, we gotta hit a land. We need a land. Give me a land. One time, give me a land. Give me a land, give me a land. Okay. I can make... So I'm dead to Ouroboros either way. I do think I need to kill Arkin here just because it increases the likelihood that one of my lines come into play tapped. No! We're just never finding our land here, which is kind of annoying. So we do this. Thank you. Kind of forced into cleaving this turn, I think. The question is, do I make a 2-2 or hold back? Let's probably make a 2-2. Just gives me a blocker against most things. Ah, top tech company. Surprised they're doing that main phase. Oh my god. Okay, now we lost. Not outvaluing that. Yeah, it's where all the old standard designs go to die. Missed on the Path to Peril turn. Needed to find it like a turn or two sooner. We had to use a lot of targeted removals, just gave them enough time to draw out of it. And then this game you could see like we didn't find any of our enduring. We went 17 cards, didn't find any of our actual answers. Yeah, we're just dead here. They're drawing 2 cards off each cycle. I'm not going to be able to catch up. I'm at too low of a life. Compared to like Cutter, that matchup's a lot worse just because they have like the tax effects, they have instant speed, ways to kind of push through. Makes it a little bit harder to actually go off. Gonna lead with Thoughtseize just because it gives me information on the Surveil. Okay, so they are heavy. I mean, I can take Badger Mole, but I can sweep Badger Mole. But again, this might be a time where I need to cut them off Cocos. Don't really want my lines come into play tapped, but so the hope is they miss a land just because I don't have a basic. My only thing was because I'm not going to be guaranteed a 4th land on curve for the even interrupt for the thing. Okay, that works. So I think we Shelly here. I guess Beza makes me tokens. Beza draws me a card. Fatal Push is good. Okay, so they're gonna Coco here. I just don't want to play Scape Shift. It's too click intensive for the client. So they'll Coco here. They could, oh, they let it go. Okay, so they draw cards, but they're punished by doing so. Yeah, we're just doing all the black-white mid-range bangers. Like they're drawing a lot of cards, so we're a bit worried. Gonna kill. They gain 2, but okay, they got a lot of mana. Verse is nice. take him off the innocence. Just trying to cut him off some life gain. Come on, Path to Peril or Pest Control. Path to Peril or Pest Control. Okay, another Skyclave. This matchup's the skip shift list I put on the for the metagame challenge is pretty solid. I don't know about it in best of one, because you're likely gonna find more of like this deck. Oh, come on. This is the problem with like this deck. We're trying to do a lot of 1-for-1s, and their deck's all like 2-for-1 kind of value. And now we're struggling to find answers. Jeez. That's not good. They have the Even Interrupter up too. Their things tap for 4 mana each. We're dead. They have Even Interrupter for whatever my play is. Alright, 2-2 on that run. We can try, what I get? 1,500 gems. I find that deck really boring to play. Let's do... There's like this deck that was doing but good in best of 3, but I found it awkward. Like you have Unholy Annex and stuff. Just like the Bat package, discard. Bunch of removal, but I didn't love it. So the options we can go for the second run. There's Dimir Bounce, which I think is a fun deck. I might do Dimir Bounce. Let's do Dimir Bounce. You just get it ready for a second YouTube video, and then we'll jump into it. Just seeing the numbers if I want to change anything. Welcome back, MTG Joe here. We're live on YouTube. We are doing some qualifier weekend / metagame challenge. We did a run with black-white mid-range. We went 2-2, losing to green-white company both games. We are going to try out some Dimir Bounce as our second qualifier play-in. Kind of points to be used. Or is it 40 points to enter? I might not have enough. What happened here? Oh, I already registered. Okay, so we're going to play some Dimir Bounce. Sorry. I thought I used 40 tokens. Don't want to play Prowess because I think the mirrors are in best of 1. Don't really give you an option to kind of hedge. This version of Dimir Bounce is more control-oriented. a lot of the cards from Standard past have gone to be banned, so This Town Ain't Big Enough, Hopeless Nightmare. We have the Boomerang Basic Storm Chaser talent loops. Tiny Bones joins up with Hopeless Nightmare, just more bounce style effects. And then Meat Hook Massacre is a sweeper, just a bunch of removal, ways to pick up cards and kind of go to town like that. So I like playing Yorian's main just because it gives you more ways to bounce stuff. So we'll give it a go, see how this one goes, and then depending on it, we will jump into finishing my metagame challenge, where we are 2-0 with black-white midrange. So Dimir bounce. Kill everything. Bounce. Bounce to bounce to bounce. Get the record up for this one. Hand is sick. Keep. I hope you don't like cards, opponent. Depending what they do, I might go Relic if we don't hit a land. I think this was just the deck we were playing, the black-white mid-range deck. Yeah. Opponent, hope you don't like cards. I mean, if you're going to play bounce, this is how you play bounce. 6 damage on turn 2, discard 3 cards. Ideally, we hit a land and I could Fear of Isolation another Hopeless Nightmare. Interesting. So they discard Beza. Beza is actually pretty good in the matchup because it could help stabilize. They already discarded 1 push. They don't have Vanishing Verse, otherwise they would target potentially the Hopeless Nightmare that I was picking up. They did have Vanishing Verse and Opted. Oh, well, no, they do have the mana. Interesting decision there. So this is because if their last card's Sheoldred, I want to be able to bounce it. So I think we just Meat Hook for 1 here. Because they would just discard the Enduring then, and then Sheoldred can help race. Yeah. We just need to try to slow them down as much as possible. Can Narset for removal here. Anoint doesn't do it. I think we have to try to know where to run. Let's do this. We do have Beza, which is annoying. Because now they're going to stabilize more. Attack. Attack. Probably want both of these. So I can Yori in here to discard 2. Lets me start doing stuff in the sky. It does make me go shields down for a turn. I can... I think we just got to do this. I just got to keep digging. Shieldred was the only card that beats us in this game. Gonna do this. Obviously, they have the information now. But they were going to take it anyways. So they attack with Beza here. They know the coast is clear. They likely take my Narset. This is frustrating after the start to just not find the land in time. So I can tap down that if needed. Oh, come on, last card's Fatal Push. They've drawn well out of... Yeah, I'm just dead. Just dead. Come on. They found like perfect runners there. That's a frustrating one. We'll keep here. When it goes first. I'm probably gonna have to start killing stuff. So I think if that's the case, I would rather take cards out of their hand. Monstrous Rage. Spectacle. No, that defeats the purpose of cards out of their hand. We're just getting completely wrecked. And we're going to miss a land drop. Okay, at least we hit a land drop. I could take him off a spell potentially. I have nowhere to run. Can do this as a potential blocker. I think we want to just increase the likelihood that they don't have a spell here. I want to hold the nowhere to run. Of course. Just getting farmed today. We're just dead to that. Well, that was a terrible run. Just never saw lands as needed. Interaction didn't play out, so metagame challenge time. That was a waste. So I'm playing in best of 3. The Orzhov midrange deck that we are looking at. So I have it just with the sideboard here, Duresses, Rest in Peace, Go Blanks. We'll record this. So playing metagame challenge. We are 2-0 so far at this. We tried it in best of 1 for the qualifier. We went 2-2. So the sideboard gives us options to like Duress, Rest in Peace, Go Blanks. Kambal's good against the Prowessy style decks. High Noon is just a third copy. Prowess. I didn't want to craft the third and fourth pest control, so we have Bitter Triumph and Malicious Eclipse. Wandering Emperor's in here as just for the control matchups. Elish Norn, anything with heavy ETBs. Massacre as another sweeper option. But just black-white mid-range, a lot of hate pieces, high noons, discard, and then just trying to outvalue your opponent. So we are playing the metagame challenge, trying to win some packs. So we'll continue with this one and then try some other decks out. Events. Metagame challenge. Let's play. Qualifier did not go the way we wanted. Okay, so they are this deck. I have Fatal Push. High Noon's not really going to do much. I have a turn off. Probably going to take Badgermole here or Sentinel. Probably Sentinel. I think we just passed the turn here. So we'll do this. They could have drawn another removal, but my plan is to Thoughtseize them, take the Fatal Push. Okay, Well, they tapped poorly. So we'll do this first because we get the card draw. Okay, so definitely because if they Ouroborite, I don't have an answer to it and it just wins the game. So we do need to take that. The Abrupt Decay is annoying. Just do this. Bat's also annoying just because it can start gaining some life. Oh, God. So they decay here. They're letting me draw a card. Friend, that's very wrong. Okay, well, they just bailed us out. I mean, we'll take handouts, right? If they're gonna... We'll just do this. Oh, they have the Mutavault out, so I don't necessarily want to attack. So here it's good to triple block. If they have a piece of removal, you don't get blown out. And worst case, they just take you off. I really just want this for Unholy Annex. Okay, second Mutavault. We can start making more tokens each turn. We can draw some cards. Okay, well, if you're going to force my hand, we'll take you off that. Cool. Opponent can't beat Elspeth. So this is like a mid-rangey deck. The High Noons actually don't do much here. Bitter Triumph. The Eclipse and Meat Hook are probably good. Probably want the Wandering Emperor. Duress is fine. Kumbal is fine. Pest Control doesn't do much here, so we can take them out. I think we're just running it like that. They don't really use their graveyard, so Go Blank's not that impactful. They have a couple cards where Elish Norn helps, but it's not like the be-all, end-all. Rest in Peace doesn't do much. I think we're just running it like this. Their key cards against us are going to be Ouroborite if they can get it off, as well as the Unholy Annex. I think we keep this. Obviously, mana's a little awkward, but draw another 4-drop, clearly. this matchup's gonna have discards, so. Give me a land, colored land. We only play a couple. Okay. I mean, out of anything, at least it's castable. Would have been so good. So either give him another draw, or I try to set up. I don't want to give him the card draw here. I can kill Ouroboros. And it's so awkward this game. Thank you. So I think we duress here. I'm gonna take the fatal push. I know here that they can kill this right away, but for subsequent turns it's more mana with like the Wandering Emperor out, and then it's also with Beza they can't kill Beza. Now they can Abrupt Decay the Enduring Innocence. But now we play cat and mouse. I'm gonna let this one go. They could have a removal, but I have the second one. And if they're spending their whole turn just taking out this one Wandering Emperor and wasting resources. Okay, so they hit the second one, which is kind of annoying. Draw a card here. Shelly's nice. Now we just kind of take over the game. How's everybody in chat doing? All right. Opponents had enough. We'll take that. Just kind of take over the game. On the board, 3-0. Just cyberbullying, which is fun. All right, so we're up some packs. Continue on our way. Opponent does go first. Disruption, Preacher, stabilize. Give him the Halo. Nykthos Gamer. I'd rather they don't have Storm the Festival, but I don't think I can do much into it right now. That makes it worse against Shieldred. That dying doesn't help. I mean, their mana is pretty bad. So that'll help them potentially find a land, because Nykthos doesn't allow them to cast this on curve yet. This is a matchup where Elish Norn goes super, super hard. Okay, so they found a forest. Like an elf would be the worst case. I guess they find their other land here. So we'll see what they do here. That's annoying. So I can hit Troll. I think we got to get Preacher going. Phoenix is getting a lot of incidental hate from the high noons going around. A lot of decks are kind of gearing up for Prowess. Prowess is a little bit faster, and it's not susceptible to graveyard hate. You can certainly win, but I think you're probably better off just playing the Prowess build. Just lower it to the ground. You can kill quicker, and you're not reliant on the Phoenix. Them finding that's kind of annoying because I couldn't Vanishing Verse it that turn. Mystic here. So exile you. Gotta try to get you off the battlefield. Oh, you don't give me a token. Gotta do this because I gotta keep my life total to try to draw cards. Cavalier and Storm. I mean, that is a hell of a 2-card combo. So I think I gotta... hit Storm here. Just really awkward the way our hand kind of... Them hitting that Kiora completely threw off the curve of my turn. I guess it could have been just playing Shieldred. But here at Cavalier, they find any land, and then they're just going off. Okay, they did miss on lands, which is good. Good start. You have Path to Peril, which doesn't do much. I'll take 2. All right. Hopefully they just die. Shieldred in a dream. Just like infinite mana. This deck does draw a lot of cards. They can draw 7 cards without dying. Okay, they just drawn 6. Will Shelly win? Will Shelly win? Badger Mole Cub. Another Nykthos. They have access to 6 mana afterwards. Oh no, Uvenwald is just enough to flip them. Come on. On 2? Yeah, you can find it on my Untapped. Can I survive? I stopped playing it after like the first week. It ended up just being Tameo. They need to ban Tameo, I think. 13. Come on. The fact they hit like another Badger Mole, they didn't get to force, get them on 2. And then they had like the perfect amount. Badger Mole is the only thing that would have let them have the requisite mana without hitting another Nykthos. You just attack all, buddy. One off. One off. So if you check in the... Sorry, let me just sideboard. I think I do want Rest in Peace versus them. Duress can probably come out. Meat Hook. Pest Control's interesting. Helps with like the dorks, but not the bigger stuff. Probably do it like that. If you check the video from Best Decks for the challenge, you can find it there. So it ended up being, if I would have just attacked face with Preacher, we would have won. Okay, no sweeper, but hopefully Rest in Peace. The Path to Peril works. They did mulligan a bit. Yeah, High Noon's probably good in this matchup. They cast a lot of stuff. That was dumb. I should have kept it in. If we go to the third one, I was thinking against like the Prowess decks. But yeah, that should be in. I think since they're short on lands, I'm just gonna sweep them here. Just slow them down a bit. Okay, they plot. Okay, can we draw like a spell? That would be cool. Just like one spell. Very annoying. Very annoying. Oh my god. Like, we have drawn no spells. No spells. Just try the Wandering Emperor. So frustrating. Hydromal, doubling up mana. Just frustrating, frustrating, frustrating. Yeah, they're just going off. I don't really have a catch up here. Like every card they're drawing multiples where we're just not getting anything. Oh, that was dumb. I could have made 2 tokens. What am I doing? Could have kept my Elspeth alive. We're like likely dead at this point. We just didn't find any of our action spells. I mean, that was a really shitty flip for them. So maybe we're not punished. They don't have a Nykthos activation. Or they just drew another Nykthos, so why not? Jesus Christ. Frustrating. I'm gonna name Sheoldred. So they named Sheoldred. Nice. Congrats. Just get some chip damage. I mean, if they take their turn, I just have to hold up this verse if they have the Uvenwald, because that's really the card that's going to get us. I just need to spam the board for tokens. If their Cavaliers keep doing nothing. I have 9, 10, 11. Okay, well, there are 23 cards. Maybe, just maybe. We definitely got to put high noon in if we, that was a mistake on my part. Meat Hook Massacre. I'd be able to do it for 6 here. Okay, so they do this. They ace their team. They attack me. I Vanishing Verse it. And then eat a bunch of stuff, hopefully. Jeez, another Nykthos. $18. They're at 14 cards in library. I want them to attack. Ah, damn. The second one's bad. Hoping to dodge. I think we're dead though. Yeah, we're dead. I needed him to kind of go in. Maybe they mess up and draw out by mistake. Yeah, we're done. Man, can't catch a break. Today is not a great day for us. All right, let me restart the client. We'll do another run. There was a prowess list from the challenge. Try this one out. So this list won the last Pioneer Challenge. Hey, Gustavo, good games. Game 1 frustrated me. You just staying alive on 2. I was hoping you just went all in on the 1 copy of the Uvenwald, and then I would just kill it and try to kill you on the backswing. Dragons? You beat me with my own deck suggestion. So we're gonna try some Prowess. This was the one that won the challenge. So some Screaming Nemesis in the main, just for like the red deck, stuff like that. Some Torch the Towers, some Monstrous Rage, Reckless Rage, just a couple Firebrain schemes. No synthesizers in this version here. Actually, let me set up the recording just in case. I like to have it so if we get 7 wins, I can put it up on YouTube. So let's start. Welcome back, MTG Joe here. We're going to be doing some metagame challenge for Pioneer on MTG Arena. We are running a bunch of decks. We are going to try out this Is It Prowess version that just won the last standard Pioneer Super Qualifier. So some notable differences. We have Screaming Nemesis in the main, no synthesizers, some Torches main, Monstrous Rage main, which you don't typically see in some of the lists. In the sideboard, you have a lessons package thanks to the Academic Dispute, allowing you to learn. You have Boomerang Basics, Firebending Lessons, Octopus Form, It'll Quench You, and Ira's Demonstration. And then you have Pyroclasm for the Mirror, Torch Cheap Removal, Floodmaw, can deal with like High Noon and stuff. And then Witchstalker Frenzy for Shieldred and big things, and then Ral for the control-y matchups. So we'll give this one a shot, see how it plays out. We also played the Qualifier today, didn't do too well in it. But I got a daily that says play red spells, and you know what deck plays a lot of red spells? This deck. Hope everyone's doing well. We're live on YouTube. Let's update the... This hand's pretty bad. And is somehow worse. So, Oh, this is what's it called? Good Boomerang Basics Fire. I'm just gonna pass the turn. I should have played Steam Vents. This is I forget the name. It's a stupid Legends red green. Cares about that deck. Bard class, thank you. Storm Chasers. I think we just do this. They typically don't play removal. He says as he's about to get removed. They had removal. Domri. So previous plan would have worked out nicer. I think we just gotta academic, take him off that. Torch is good. See if they have another torch here. They besiege you. Pretty gnarly, not gonna lie. Till end of turn. Let's try to find a quarry or something. Do this on upkeep. Actually gonna pass. See if they try to do the fight. Are we back online, folks? Looks like I got disconnected shortly. Okay, so they float some mana. We take them off that. I have Soul Scar. Can kill Domri, hopefully. Both Anissa. Azure. All right, is mono green the sauce? I messed up another game the other day because I clicked the wrong side of Arias. Take Domri off. Okay, so we just need some spell. Bergie. What if we just didn't draw a spell? That Beseiju ended up being disgusting. They get Bard class, we're in a bit of trouble. Clothis. Jeez. I mean, we do technically have a way to interact with it, but still. Give me a Reckless Rage. Probably Storm Chaser's talent's the best. That's annoying. God. This is frustrating. Just not finding. We play 20 lands. We've drawn 6. This is going to help stabilize them. I just played this out because it gives me an attacker if needed. Give me a spell. They should probably fight here. So fight damage does stay on Bergie, which is nice. I'm going to hold that for next turn. They can eat one of my tokens if they want. They can trade with my den. Okay, that was the worst one to deal with, but we'll take that. Just because this gives me a higher chance of finding a second spell. Worst case, I equipped. If I get a land, then I can equip and do that. This also takes off 2 devotion. We're limited on the number of turns we have. Bard class is in, so that's a scary one. With Bergie out, we do need to start. Oh, God. This is just silly. Give me a spell for heaven's sakes. Opt to go for the land route. Play more spells. RNG is a hell of a drug. Yeah, we're dead. Probably want Pyro. And Frenzy. Probably get rid of Monstrous Rage. Maybe 1 fewer Pyro. Nemesis is reasonable. Probably just a Reckless Rage. Rage is reasonable, but requires us to have something. So far, like, not having the synthesizers did play a bit into it, because we're basically down 4 impulse style effects over the Nemesis. This hand's good. Start with Soul Scar. Can go Swiss Spear into Storm Chasers. This isn't really a matchup where like time's a big consideration, so So next turn I do Academic Dispute on this, go get Boomerang Basics, pick it up, recast it. So the thing is they can fizzle the effect here. So we're gonna do this. You have Beseju again? Come on. Just twice getting blown out by Beseju. And then just again flooding out. I think I like the other Is It list better. We're running out of cards too often with this version. Let's go Pyro here. Sure. Take 3 to the face. Alright, give me a spell. Give me a spell. Cool. They have more removal, I think, on the play, especially since we saw the Pyroclasm's good. I think I would prefer the Torch over the Reckless Rage, just because it can hit Domri. Just being able to kind of hit him like that. See if we can recover. Besejued. Sounds pretty bad. I mean, we're on the draw. Nemesis can do some work. Maybe we keep. Just don't draw land. He says, as he draws a land. Okay, they found the Bard class on curve for the first time. And they have the Amber. I think we're just doing this, pushing in some damage. Try to get Nemesis going. We draw 1 drop. This hand was always a little iffy, but we're hoping to kind of go off on the bank. And they're going to Domri fight. They had mana. It's a 3 drop. The braid, that's fine. Okay, well, this hand very much didn't come together. Drawing nothing but lands and a Kori, but no spells. I mean, maybe their hand sucks. this being on just makes it so any legend kind of pops off. Just not getting any luck today. They keep it on top. I think we do this, punch in some damage now. Then hopefully use this Nemesis with something. They are going to go off. And the problem is everything comes in with extra mana. We are getting our ass kicked today. They can play another Bard here. They have access to Beseju. Probably just play Bard class. They don't. So they have Braid there. Just do this. I should have waited. I missed the Prowess trigger. It's a lot of just past standard decks. If you can figure out like how to get the edge in the Prowess mirror, you're probably good. Otherwise, okay, we somehow won this one. They really whiffed on if they had their Braid, they should have just taken out the Quarry earlier. Okay, save from embarrassment. Otherwise, the company deck is strong. If you like control, blue-white control is strong. I just don't want to play control mirrors. I find them boring to do control mirrors. Ever since they printed Dovin's Veto, that's been the card that's just like... It took away the interesting elements to me of that matchup. I think we do this. Got the Reckless Rage Nemesis line if needed. Green-white company. Yep. Nemesis is fine in this matchup. They have exile effects, which make it worse. Obviously, Archon of Emeria. Now, their white sources are painful, which is good. Perfect. So I can go Ira's demonstration. Wish we had another land. Boomerang basics doesn't really do much if they have it. We're just getting the boomerang basics. They have collected company, they have it. Okay, innocence. They gain 2. Don't overthink it. Don't overthink it. Just get them dead. Flood Maws, Pyros, Torches. Get rid of Monstrous Rage. Right, trim a Nemesis, trim an Emberheart. Actually, I don't mind Nemesis. Maybe trim a couple. Trim a Quarry Steel. Trim a Reckless Rage. They're gonna have high noons and stuff, so it'll be kind of annoying that way. Just get rid of a Floodmaw. I just I don't like playing. To me, like I used to always play a lot of control, but having counter spells matter. I think we keep this. Like we've kind of lost that element of having counter spells matter, because veto, like you'd be able to before hold your stuff specifically to try to counter something. Now it's just like veto just denies it. Oh, that's gross. Well, that's really messes us up keeping the one-liner. Okay, opponent also kept a one-liner. Land. Torch isn't bad. So they're struggling for lands here. So I can take them off. I think it's still this is the correct line. So we have like a Quarry Steel, but if they have the Archon, it gets us. Keep our creatures, maybe. Okay, tap land works. Okay. Opponents had enough. I think they were still fine there. We ended up taking advantage of their stumble. I think it was correct there to just keep them off mana. While the Thalia tax was annoying, it might have been right. I could see it going either way. All right. Okay, they are escape shift. So if that's the case, maximize power. See what they do here. Just try to slow them down. Want to hit a line drop, but forcing him to block here, just taking him off the minstrel is good. Spladunkadunk. So I can. They Lotus Field, they Scape Shift. I think we just got to keep them off being able to have untapped lines. They could still do it if they do this into Scape Shift, trigger on the stack, sack everything, go off. But that requires a bit more. I'm cycling Beseju, they have Grazer here, they can still... Okay, that's good. Should be enough now. You gotta go really quick in this matchup. It's a weird one. Probably Floodmaw. Because, like, we don't want Torch. We don't really want that. I mean, I can get it at Quenchia. Probably just the Reckless is okay. Torch is okay. We have the bounce. I mean, Monstrous Rage is just a lot of damage. Do it like that. I just gotta push through. This hand's somewhat slow. Okay, since they went Grazer, do this. Early split on King's annoying. The Grazer, like having that versus not having it is pretty big. If I could draw a second spell, I do have the Reckless here, so let's just do that. Because the next turn, depending what I do, I could technically Quarry. I have the Academic Dispute. Could they just stock up here? No Graveyard Hate's interesting in the sideboard. Even something like Tormod's Crypt for free Prowess leaves us a bit soft. Like, their mana's painful. It's the one thing we have going for us. Probably get Academic Disputes. Thought here is just pseudo time lock them for a turn, just it slows them down. Because now they 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, so they could still Yurga. Or not Yurga, the big bear. Lotus Fields. Might be dead. I mean, the thing is escape shift. I think we're dead, but let's see. We need one more land. The Nemesis are so slow. So basically what they're going to try to do is loop mana, and then with Porta Carfel try to find Lumra. Lumra will then keep bringing back all the lands. So we just need them to miss on this mill. They miss on the mill, which they did. They should be dead now. Cool. That's why you have to let them go through the motions sometimes, because it's non-deterministic. Once they find it, like the Lumra, then they're good. They usually can win from there because they just keep looping it and filling with more and more lines. All right, Prowess. Play first. And looks good. Keep. Obviously no blue mana, but We draw one more land. We're on the double Quarry Steel start. We have Reckless Rage. Okay, so they had Burst. Yeah, like Scapeshift is a scary deck because it can win out of nowhere. So we have the Reckless Rage, we have double Quarry going. Triple Quarry. Firebrain. Double land. Let's see what they get. Firebrain. And then Academic, potentially. So they hit me for 8 here. Might be able to kill them. So bounce one of these. We have to just be mindful because of the Reckless Rage to not kill one of our... That should be good. Triple Quarry. They did. All right, so Pyros, Torches. Gonna get rid of Reckless Rage here. I'm gonna get rid of monsters. I think Reckless Rage is more of a liability post board. Both decks will have more removal. Like on the play, we're always going to be a turn behind, so they can always have the Prowess up. Okay, keep... Depending on how they lead, I'll either decide between the Soulscar Mage or holding up Torch. If they go creature, yeah, we're just going to kill the creature on one. Soulscar. Okay, just hold that up. See what they do here. Emberheart. Storm Chasers. A good chunk of damage coming in. But they are down to 1 card. Just try to win next turn. Okay. Hopefully they don't have a blue source. They do. That's 7. That's 10. Yeah, they're forcing me to block. They just take the burn, I'm dead. That's a hell of a 4 cards. From 1 card to 4 cards. Nothing. Didn't make a difference how we played that. They had 1 card in hand and they got 4 spells. None of our decision, like we just needed him to whiff on 1 spell. Even if we just block there, we're okay spot, I think. Because we could just make some more tokens. Push through some damage, but it was a good last card to have. Boomerang basics, draw your land likely. And looks good. Force him to block. Could have burn here. See what they play out on 1. Torch. Blind to be good. Swifty. And Storm Chasers. So this is pretty solid because I can do this. Get Firebending's lessened. Kill this and then force them to block here. And then I can close to do something similar again. Okay, they're on the synth version. Reckless, no creature. Okay, torch. So we're definitely doing this. Doing this. I think we're just going to keep octopus form. Just gives us a protection effect against any of their removal. Could also potentially surprise block something. I think there was like a VV version of the deck that was being tried out. Because you still have VV, you still have all the other cards, like Cauldron. If you take a look at MTG decks, look at the past MTGO challenges, look for VV. Or just go on like Goldfish type VV. There was a version that I think was... Because like the draw discard off it is pretty reasonable in that shell. Okay. They're tapped out now. We'll do this. Got him. Bounce it. Bounce Storm Chasers, whatever. Get him, got him good. Get him, got him, good. Okay, so making some money back for my past runs. Nice. What'd you face in the qualifier? I just saw so much of the green-white company deck that just kicked my ass. When it goes first, this hand's pretty slow, but we try. We try. Okay, so they have something at instant speed. Could be Phoenix. Wouldn't be a targeted removal. Could be, can't be academic. Here could Boomerang Basics it. Could Emberheart. I think we're just going Corey. Would have loved Soul Scar last turn. Just give us something to play on turn. We are playing a turn behind, but I just don't want to play into like Academic Dispute. The good thing is their mana is extremely painful thus far. And by them playing those lands, it suggests that they don't have another land in hand. So they'll take another point of damage there. Second cutter. So here, dispute for the following. Gonna hold up Monstrous Rage here. Okay, that's fine. They go Ira's Demonstration. It's enough to do it, but I think just us being on the play, I have to be a bit more conservative. So they could Boomerang Basics. What, my token? I think now I have to do it. To have the burn. Oh, they probably have Reckless. They just have Burst Lightning. We took a chance there. We are playing from behind. So I think that play was right, but could be wrong. Could be wrong. Because like maybe we capped it and we just tried to push lethal with Monstrous Rage, but then they just hold it up. So that's 7. Try to push lethal. Might still be lethal. It's doesn't matter. Don't matter. We have to take a risky line. We're behind. Pyros, torches. Take out monstrous. Take out reckless. Is anything else we play there? Like we could have held back, but in this matchup, I don't think holding back is really the way. Maybe play draw goes a little different for us if we're able to get under them. I don't know. That one's a tough one. A lot of the lists, because like Burst Lightning was the only thing that would have given him priority on that first turn. Play draw disparity in this matchup's pretty tough. You end up getting stuck from time to time. I do think I prefer the regular version over this Screaming Nemesis version. The Nemesis are just awkward, and a lot of times we just want to see more cards. At the very least, I'd play at max 2. Because the damage against Prowess usually doesn't matter. They don't gain life. And they can just get bigger than the Nemesis, so then you end up just trading for like a token or something. So I'm going to do this. Because I don't want my Swiss Spear to get torched. This gets caught by Pyroclasm anyways. I think a haste one was a little annoying. Just protect here. Slick shot. That one's a tad scary. I think I need to do this. I can Pyroclasm their board after. Gee, so many lands. Hopefully it's just like they go wide here. Sleight of hand over impulse is interesting. Okay, well, it's probably blocking anyways. This kind of incentivizes them to play one more spell for the turn. They'll probably get that, take out my Swiss Spear. Okay, so at least another spell would be good because then I can keep behind my... Okay, that is good. So I do lose this. I don't have a flyer. Slick Shot has flying. Okay, they burst there. Give me something reasonable. What about a land? Oh, I forgot it has reach. That was a good call. My bad. Yeah, I forgot that it gets reach. That was my mistake. We just gotta do this. Go shields down for the turn. Holy lands. We're dead to land. This is absurd. 8. Come on. Nothing's gonna happen that game when the deck just gives you mono lands. I think Slick Shot's wrong in the deck. It's too squishy. Like, it got us that turn, but most things were gonna get us that turn. So I don't think it made too much of a difference. So we went 4-1. See, maybe that mono, that devotion deck. I mean, we could run it back just as a quick one. Let's see from Untapped what's happening. Find another deck to play. Come on, load. Pioneer, best of 3. We can go Collected Company, give that a shot. This is the best of 3 version. All right, that's the best of 3 version. Let's play some Collected Company. Give me a sec. All right. Welcome back. MTG Joe here. We're doing some metagame challenge today for Pioneer Best of 3. Had some okay runs so far with Black, White, Midrange, and Prowess. We're going to try out the Collected Company deck now. So using Badger Mole Cub with the Dorks to kind of get you ahead. You have Collected Company with a bunch of kind of 3-drops. Enduring Innocence draws you cards. Skyclave is removal. Aven Interrupter for kind of pseudo counterspell. And an Archon of Myria is very nice into the Prowess decks. Thalia as well for tax. Elspeth on the top end, and then kind of Ouroboros. Air Temple's a nice card as well, just put counters on your squad. Sideboard, you have Seam Rip as cheap removal, High Noon for the Prowessy decks, Aven Interrupter as a pseudo counterspell, Outland Liberator as a way to blow up artifacts, enchantments, Clarion Conqueror. Activated abilities of creatures, planeswalkers, and artifacts can't be activated. Notably, this hits your own stuff too, so be mindful with your mana dorks. Werefox Bodyguard is removal, Surik for targeted removal, Beza to help you stabilize life gain, and then Elspeth for the grindier control matchups. So we will give this one a shot and see how it goes. Thank you for the sub, Jules. We are live on YouTube today. Doing some runs, farming some packs. So let's try this out. Really didn't like that Screaming Nemesis version of Prowess. It's a little too clunky. Didn't have a way to churn through the deck as well. So generally these hands, this deck works much better with an Elf on 1, hopefully draw into 1. Just being able to 3-drop on turn 2. So it's the Mirror. Love that for us. It's Angels. Okay. Angels can be scary. Okay, Skyclave there. Fine. Take him off Bishop of Wings here. Hope they don't have a green mana for Collected Company because I'd like to hold up. Okay, so no Coco this turn. We have Jada. I'd love a land to have the optionality of Collected Company. Perfect. I think with Bishop it's fine. Draw some cards here, eat the Jada, prevent them from playing another spell for the turn. Alright. Angels. So this matchup here, Thalias don't really do much. Seam Rips seem good. Probably don't want Beza. The Aven Interrupter's interesting, but a bit awkward, I think. Probably just want more of the removal effects. Beza's another interesting one, but I don't think it's good enough. I think we ship it like that. Sure. Okay, well, can you give me a land deck? Would be swell. So depending what they play, Sheltered by Ghosts. Okay, so now we really need a land. And the Llanowar Elf, give me a land. Thank you. I think do this because I can go pretty wide with Ouroboros next turn. It also gives me a lot more mana because this is 5. Oh, Jesus. Well, that is absolutely terrifying. Go Werefox here. The big Lyra, don't really have an answer for that. Okay, buff up the squad. Boroid. Got him. Okay, so the Lyra was a bit scary there for a turn, but we'll take it. 1-0. On the board. On the board. Never on the play. Llanowar Elf me. Llanowar Elf me. Okay, well, we go Thalia into Arcan. Would have loved to be on the play. Basics back. Problem is part of the way this hand is composed. It's a bit awkward because it's not going to let us. Hopefully they have a non-line, because if they go Academic Dispute, or actually doesn't matter. It's not Arcanote. If they go Academic Dispute, it forces me to block. But given the pause, suggests that they maybe don't have it. Hopefully this is just go Quarry Steel for the turn. Perfect. So they'll attack with Swiss Spear. I'll take it. And then next turn, Badger Mole Cub. I also have Boseiju here for the Quarry Steel. It's actually pretty good if they kill Thalia. just because it unlocks my collected company and my Elspeth. It's like the one downside with Thalia. Like you don't have a lot of non-creatures, but the ones you have matter. This is part of the appeal of this deck. And we're just gonna go second one here. Okay, so we'll go Iros here. So notably, I'll deal with one Archon. I can't deal with both. All right, we have Soul Scar. So if I do that, so it is enough for me to do both, but it makes me weak if they do have it. Also forces me to do it main phase. So I think we just poke for one here. Okay, so they get the Archon here. They're gonna Iros here, so I'm gonna try to find either a counter spell. The nice thing is Iros takes most of their turn. Like I said, there was the line where we did the Badger Mole, but if they kind of messed up my mana, I think we take them off the creature here. Like we're still gonna draw cards. So I can do this, animate another land, and then Archon. Play one spell per turn. I think we're just pushing in here because they're going to spend their turn with Archon, and I'm just going to slam Elspeth next turn and try to kill them. Just kind of go over the top of them. Them kind of going at me unlocked my hand composition, which is nice. Okay, so we want the High Noons, we want the Seam Rips. probably don't want the interrupter. Don't think I want these. Outland Liberator's fine. Beza can be fine. I'm gonna add a bunch of stuff and then we'll trim. I think Badger Mole's kind of bad. Maybe not on the Beza. Because this can just get rid of tokens. Maybe trim one Thalia. Like, Thalia is really good, but it's bad if we draw multiples. Probably just Innocence. Because we also are increasing the density of non-creature spells in our deck, so... Classic hand. Alright, let's hope this works out for us. Get rid of Collected Company, probably. This might be a quick game 3 if our deck doesn't cooperate. Okay, Cutter's fine. Give me a land. Give me a land. Land me one time. The deck says absolutely not. Let's do this. Just get rid of Nemesis here. They could have an effect. There's Reckless. Academic. Oh, that's annoying. Let's see what they do here. There was a play for Arkin, but it just left us soft to this Nemesis. Our hand was really awkward, just missing lands and stuff. And they got it. It'll quench you. Again. Not really much to do there when the mana doesn't work out. I think on the play... just keep it as is. Not doing much in that circumstance. See 14 cards, 2 lands across both of them. I mean, gotta keep because of High Noon. It's not ideal, but... kill my elf. You kill my elf. Congratulations. Ah, But why not another land? Why not? Now we're just not going to see another spell. Love this for us. Hey, Innocence is good. I mean, they're all painful. At least this forces Nemesis. Jeez. Very frustrating. I don't even think it's so much like hand smoother in this particular case. It's just not getting any cooperation. So you're 4. Okay, you're good for next turn at least. Gains me some life this turn. Plays it around, but we've also just drawn dorks and lands. So they go Cutter here. That's their spell for the turn. Like, we go to 9. I think we just have to play it safe. We likely win next turn, so it's just a matter of staying alive. I think we still have like 10 lands in our deck. 14 lands to still draw. So now they have to kind of keep it back. Brother, you're so dead if you do this attack. Okay. We somehow stole it. All we needed was 26 lines. Air Temple did come up pretty clutch there. Alrighty. Mr. Plot Twist. Never going on the play. I don't think we can keep this. On the play, I'd probably keep it. On the draw, I don't think. Like, we're good if we hit a dork, but doing nothing on the first 3 turns of this format, you're just asking to lose. Okay. Well, I was going to say this might be our last match. But looks like the client's doing it for us. Had I known we were playing black-white, obviously that other hand was pretty solid. And now we die. We die, we die. Okay, they go Enduring Innocence or Preacher here. I Skyclave it. Okay, and just give me a land. Give me a land, deck. I would like one of your finest lands. How about a third Collected Company? I mean, they're going to be great. Now, chat, how likely is our next land going to be Starting Town? It's going to be Starting Town or Razor Verge Thicket. I can't even attack because if either of these die, I lose both. There's no good attacks here. Vanishing Verse. Enduring. Next turn. Next turn is Glory. Can't afford to give him a big thing. Now, it's definitely going to be 6 lands off this Collected Company. Do this now in case we hit a Skyclave or something. We did not. No card draw. I think we take it this turn. Just poke here. Give him the card draw. Draw some cards here. Fortunately, we're 1 off from accompanying again. They do play Pest Control in their deck. They do play 2 Path to Peril in their deck. I think we do this. They will have the chance to draw an additional card. We're probably losing this one, just the way our hand came together. But I can't do much. High noon. Okay, Skyclave is nice. Oh, I don't have I don't have my Badger Mole anymore. My mana's a lot worse. Exile this. We're dead to them cleaving the Path to Peril. We were a bit worried about the Wandering Emperor. Okay, trying to draw out of it. I mean, we've used all our Cocos, except one. Put a counter there. I think that's fine. Going for some damage here. Okay, we can start using the Air Temple next turn. Help us hopefully stabilize. This to me suggests a sweeper. Actually, I think we do this. Because this way, if they want to sweep, they lose their token as well. Which I think I'm fine with. Let's draw 2. Beautiful. Collected Company. So we'll do this after a potential sweeper. We're not under Archon tax. You got me. I think we just do this because it buys me more turns. Draws us some cards. Ah, there's all those lines that we were looking for. Delightful. Draw some cards. Okay, Interrupter is nice. So this. Counters on our team. So I can even Interrupter their sweeper if they come out with that. They're gonna make a token, so it's probably not worth. I do think if they attack with gotcha. I don't know how we came back out of this one. So let's Ouroborid here. Draw. Put counters. Put counters. Smack of your face. Smack your face. That was a multi 5 too. I do want Elspeth here. I think I want the Aven Interrupters. The Archons actually don't do too much here. Land Library. Oh, Surik seems good here. So they're going to have pest controls and stuff. The games are going to go longer. So it's probably worth trimming a couple. Could play a Beza. Let's try it like that. It's an interesting one because if they're playing the stock list has 4 pest controls. And then a Meat Hook Massacre, so it is one we have to be cognitive of. Checking the person who played this deck to High Mythic. They played this. They did not play this matchup at all. Can't steal their sideboard. Cannot steal their sideboard. This will probably be my last match, regardless of outcome. I'm hungry for lunch, and I gotta pee. I can't recite. Like, we could just not keep a hand. Thank you. Open prey? Open prey. You've thought my seized. You gotta take Collected Company. Gotta take Collected Company. Problem is, like, with this matchup, they have Verse, which makes the Innocence a lot worse. Okay, they're just on the all Thoughtseize hand. Jeez. Okay, well, the Maul into is going to be Vanishing Verse. The Maul into triple discard is really rough. I should have maybe held, because if I draw like a 3-drop, okay. I mean, Ouroboros good if I can blind it. I think we do this for the turn. A land's actually pretty solid. Gonna hold. This feels like Wandering Emperor. Take the Badger Maul. I think that's fine. Don't want to lose the Innocence here, because they probably got to deal with that. Okay, Innocence is fine. They make a token. I'm still bigger. That's annoying. Okay, so one off air templing. Could do that. Just pass the turn. Slow him down a turn. Don't think I care about that. Okay, we have Badger Mole here. Will double up my dorks. No, I think we do that next turn. Okay, we'll take that. They just go Shelly here. I should be okay. Because Path to Peril's more expensive now. Path to Peril's kind of annoying, but it's not the end of the world. Because it would take pretty much their whole turn. Creature's fine. Even Interrupter's nice. I attack all. I mean, I'm just pretty close to winning to be safe. So they block 9. They take 12. So they block, that's 4, 8, 12. Should be lethal. Okay. So I actually should have not tapped. No, I needed to tap that anyways for the right amount of mana. All right, 3-0. Folks, thank you for hanging out. I'm going to go get some lunch. We played a lot of Magic today. Thank you, everyone, for the live ones. I'll cut these up into videos, have them individually for each deck if you want to see them in action with the deck list themselves. You can find everything on Untapped. But thanks for hanging out. Hope you have a great one.